Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Hattrick with me, SAPPHIRE and FC Pigneto. So another week has passed and we are continuing with our season break project, which is to sell and buy new players. So what did I do? Well, actually, I'm going to start by showing you the training. We had a really good result this week. Baptista Ferreira and Nico Salmistrao both increased their skill in playmaking from outstanding to brilliant, which is great. Now, I compare these two, and Nico is obviously the one that I want to keep more. Nico is a popular guy who is tranquil and honest. He's also very young, 18 years and 39 days, which is good. Baptista, on the other hand, is slightly older, 18 years and 87 days. He is sympathetic, which is great, balanced, which is also good, and honest. But you can see that both of these, sympathetic and balanced, are worse than Nico has. As he's also fairly older, he will soon be 19, so I decided to sell him whilst he's still 18. And his skill brilliant is hopefully going to bring us a lot of cash in the upcoming days. Now we still got an entire day and a couple of hours left on him. So there's no guess on my side how much we are going to sell him for. I was kind of surprised by the fact that we were able to get that much money for the previous auction. My guess is somewhere between 500,000 and $1 million, but we'll see, who knows. I think we can compare him to others, and you can see that the median here is about 871,000. So we shouldn't get anything, but that was one player sold for 490K. So who knows? We'll see. We'll see. He doesn't have a specialty, which is the main reason why I want to sell him. But anywhere between 500,000 and $1 million, I'll be okay with it. The more we get, the better for us. But again, and we're gonna keep Nico, which is what we planned this whole time. So what it means for us is gonna have an A team that is going to be come on, why aren't you? Oh, you are busy. I think my internet is crapping out. Maybe not. No, it's the servers. Okay, so let's give it a minute. So we are going to have an A team which is going to comprise of 4 players. We are going to have Nico, we're going to have Celestino Veka, Juan Sote, and Sven Karsten Baren. You can see that these guys all have 9. So I'll use 2 of them that are better. In this case, it would be Nico, Veka, and Sote, because Sven is a bit hurt. But, I can rotate them based on their cards and everything, with the wingers being Albino Guernelli and Cosmin Periano. So the midfield is pretty much solid at this point. And we'll use the guy that's not going to play in the A team, one of these 3 guys, together with 2 trainees as a B team in our friendlies. So that's pretty cool strategy. Now all we need is an additional trainee to complement the one that we already got, which is Joseph Velan. His defending is 8, playmaking 4. So he's going to need someone that is going to be his partner. Now, I already looked into it. There was a couple of guys that I will use as a benchmark. Gaetan Pechot, defending 9, playmaking poor, and Javier Sáenz Rubio, defending 9, playmaking 2. Now, unfortunately, even though both of these sold for a reasonable price, I didn't get them, because as you can see, Gaetan is controversial and infamous, even though if he's tranquil, and Javier is a nasty fellow, so I just don't want these guys in my team. Now, there's one guy I have my eyes on, which is Majed Shabu, who is a bit older. He's 18 years old and 65 days to boot, but he has defending of 11. So this is pretty much the same case as with Baptista that we're selling. He has a playmaking of 3 and has a specialty. So we would keep this guy for 2 seasons, maybe even more, and try to get his playmaking to at least 11, maybe 12, maybe 13. Now I checked the transfers, and for such a player, you can get anywhere around 5 million. So that would be a huge profit for us. Let's look Okay, 2025. Let's put skill here. Defending and playmaking. We're gonna put defending at 11 and max at 11, so that we have a pretty good. And let's say we would get at least brilliant and would have a specialty of header. So this is just a guess, but it's gonna show you a couple. Yeah, you can see. Oh, actually, these guys are not selling for this much, but this one has a deadline tomorrow, so in a day. Okay, so these asking, but well, here's one, 3.4 million already, and he has a deadline in 2 days. Okay, 5 million, 5 million. So it depends on how much you want for him, but like 3 million would be a clear win of 2.5 million at this point, pretty much. Yeah, and you can see that they sell for decent amounts most of the time. If you look at someone like Owen, what's your... Oh, you're very old. He's 25. Okay. So let's look at this guy, for example. He's 21. If we got someone like that, yeah, it's pretty neat. Okay, it's not as much as I said, but still 2 million in profit. That is a decent thing. And we would keep him. And he has a head specialty, so that's not even... Here, you're 21 as well. So what about you, the head specialty? Yeah, you can see some 6 millions in here. So if we're lucky, we could sell him for, say, 4, maybe 5 million. The question is how far he's gonna go. I am free tomorrow at around 3 o'clock, so I'm gonna check him out. I got about 850,000 in the bank, so we could go a bit higher than this, but we'll see. We'll see. As far as these guys go, they sell somewhere around 750k. So we'll see. I'm not going to pay everything I got for him. But we are in a clear because we're going to sell Baptista the next day. So I can pretty much, I can use all of this money on that transfer if I see the need. Because, we're going to get some money from Baptista. I don't know how much, but even 500,000 would be enough for the entire season. Okay, so that's as far as the trainees go. I also did 2 purchases here. I bought Robert Attica and Peter Till. Both of these guys are very old. Their skills are really awesome in the department that I wanted to, which is keeper. So you can see that Robert has a keeper of 12, while Peter has a keeper of 14. We also already tried them today in the match against Last Kingdom. Now, granted, this is a starting team, so they didn't prove much of a challenge, but they didn't manage to score even 1 goal against us. So that is awesome. They really did quite a lot, and you can see them here having the keeper of 4.5 stars, and you had 5 stars. So that's much better than our previous keepers, which were, I think, 2.5? 3.5 and 3. Okay, so we're looking at an increase of 5 to 3, 1.5 star. That is amazing. We could actually fire these guys at this point, I think. You know what? I'm going to put them on the market and see if someone buys them for even 0. I mean, I like them, but the Manico is a nasty fill. Dang. That's a weak leadership, okay. But we can sell you. And this guy could sell. I mean, keeper 6 with some stats, he could still be trained. So someone might snatch him. Not really sure about Giuseppe, who is much better, pleasant, calm, and righteous, but yeah. Our keepers, the new ones, are actually going to increase their skill as their loyalty is going to increase, but I don't think they're going to be here long enough for that to matter, because in 2 seasons we're probably going to ditch them. Maybe I'll try to sell them, we'll see. But again, I didn't get them for that much. 300k altogether is just amazing, and they will be good for at least 2 seasons, I think. So that's pretty good. So that's as far as the team goes. Now we have another match coming on Wednesday, which is going to be our cup match. So I'm looking forward to that one. I'm putting my A team on it at this point. We're gonna see how it's gonna go. The series still didn't have their fixtures done, so I don't know who I'm gonna play against. But I'm hoping we're gonna start with some AIs, because that will allow me to focus my efforts on the cup and not on the actual matches in the season. But it doesn't matter for this week anyway, because the cup will be before the actual training results. So we had our B team already on the Last Kingdom, and we have our A team on this one. And depending on the fixtures, we're going to continue with that. Now, we should win this cup match or cup round handsomely, because this is a fairly new team, and even the expectations of our fans are, let's humiliate them. So I'm hoping that it's going to be okay. But we are going to see. I'm not entirely sure. I don't even know how much we're going to earn from this match. It's going to be played on our stadium, which is cool. But considering it's the first round and we're playing against someone that has 500 members in their fan club, I'm not entirely sure it will be a packed stadium. I expect like 1/3 of the stadium being full. But again, it's extra cash, so that's always good. Now, there's not much else that I can speak of this week. I mean, we got some extra fans, so we're now sitting at 770 members. We're still getting them. I think we can get somewhere around like 1,100. So hopefully that's going to continue throughout the season, especially once we get the fan mood up. I think we could still get about 10 per tick, so that would be 20 per week, which would be great. I'm hoping that actually we could get more player teams. I would be kind of okay with that at this point, because they would bring more revenue to me, even though they would make it a bit more dangerous. I'm again expecting to end up second or third, depending on how my match against Pika is going to go. I think they're about the same strength as we are at this point, I'd say. So we'll see. Rantove is definitely the one that's going to get promoted, and we have the possibility of getting either me or Pika promoted if we win in the qualifiers, or they win in the qualifiers. So we're going to see. Yeah, financial wise, I already mentioned we got 848,000, so that's the cash we are sitting on. We're not doing anything with the youth team yet. Training is going fairly great. We now have both of the formations of 4-5-1 and 3-5-2 available at our disposal, depending on how we want to play. So that is pretty good. I've been playing the 3-5-2 on the friendlies and 4-5-1 on the series matches. So depending on the how would I put that? Depending on the way our team is doing that or the other week, and I mean injuries, red cards, and so on, we can play with this a bit. So that's what I'm happy about. But we'll see. And last but not least, the qualifiers for the International Cup has started, I think. The international match, I think, is over. I think that was the last match last week. I missed that, and then I fell behind. So let's see how we're doing in the U21. We lost against Chile here. So that's something that I did not expect. But they won against Canada 5-3, so they're still doing pretty good. Oh, this is not great. This is not great. Can we see the fixtures here? U21, the last one enough. Huh? Okay. I always forget where I can show that. But I have to investigate it. I really wasn't keeping up with it this and the previous week. I was having way too many things going on in my personal life. Okay, I'll show you that next week. I think that actually, yeah, I'm pretty sure that the regular cup or the world match. No. Okay, it's not. It's still ongoing. Oh, it started again. Okay. So it's starting again. That's why I think it's over. And the U21 should be over now. Okay, yeah. Italy lost against Chile. Okay, so I mixed it up. So this one is the World Cup is starting again, but the U21 is ending. And Chile won against Hungary, 2-1. Okay, good for them. So congratulations, Chile. So anyway, thank you very much for joining me. I will keep you posted next week on how we started the Cup, how the series are going. The first steps are always the most important. And we'll see how we're going to go about the training. I'm willing to experiment a bit on that, so let's see. Anyway, thank you very much for joining me, and I'll see you next week.